5 tigers, a mother and 4 cubs were found dead in Karnataka's wildlife sanctuary. The tigers were found in the Hills Wildlife Sanctuary's Hugyam range. They are suspected to have been poisoned. The forest officials have said that the tigress had reportedly killed a cow few days back. And then the carcass was allegedly laced with poison, which might have led to the death of the tigers after they fed on it. Karnataka Forest Minister has issued orders for a high-level inquiry. A post-mortem of the tigers have been ordered as he called the deaths unnatural. Karnataka Forest Minister assured criminal cases against forest officials will be filed if negligence is discovered.
ಪ್ರಾಥಮಿಕ ವರದಿಯಂತೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ಹುಲಿಗಳು ಅಸಹಜವಾಗಿ ಸಾವನ್ನು ಅಪ್ಪಿದ್ದಾವೆ. ರಾಷ್ಟ್ರೀಯ ಹುಲಿ ಸಂರಕ್ಷಣಾ ಪ್ರಾಧಿಕಾರ ಶಿಷ್ಟಾಚಾರದ ಪ್ರಕಾರ ಮರಣೋತ್ತರ ಪರೀಕ್ಷೆ ನಡೆಸಲಾಗುವುದು. ಈ ಒಂದು ಹೃದಯವೃದ್ಧಾವಕ ಘಟನೆ ಏನಾಗಿದೆ ಅದರಿಂದ ಅತ್ಯಂತ ಆಘಾತವಾಗಿದೆ. ಎಲ್ಲ ವನ್ಯಜೀವಿಧಾಮಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಗಸ್ತು ಬಲಪಡಿಸುವುದು ಮತ್ತು ಜಾಗೃತ ದಳ ತಂಡಕ್ಕೆ ಹೆಚ್ಚು ಪರಿಣಾಮಕಾರಿಯಾಗಿ ಕಾರ್ಯನಿರ್ವಹಿಸಲು ನಾನು ಸೂಚನೆಯನ್ನು ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದೇನೆ.
With 563 tigers, Karnataka has the country's second largest population for tigers. This incident comes as a major blow as the tigers are classified endangered species.
Moving on to the other stories that we're tracking, and this one is from the state of Punjab. 2 people were shot dead in Batala by unidentified attackers. Now, Davindra Bhambia group has claimed that responsibility for killing another group, the mother of the group, and Harjeet Kaur, a former village sarpanch. Now, what is intriguing in this story is that the CCTV footage shows 2 individuals on a bike shooting the victim at close range, and this was being done openly. Now, the incident is seen as an escalation in gang rivalries in Punjab with potential connections to the Sidhu Moosewala case. Here's all that you need to know about the case that has sparked a huge debate.
A chilling CCTV video has now emerged from Punjab's Batala. Captured on a street surveillance camera, 2 bike-borne assailants are seen pulling up alongside a vehicle and opening indiscriminate fire. In just seconds, the attackers unleash a deadly hail of bullets before fleeing the scene. The brutal attack leaves no time to escape, a cold, calculated hit executed by military precision. The victims, Harjeet Kaur, mother of jailed gangster Jaggu Bhagwanpuria, and Karanveer, his close aide, were returning home when they were ambushed. And the trigger was a long-standing gang rivalry that once again spilled blood on the streets. Karanveer, the son of an assistant sub-inspector, died on the spot. Harjeet Kaur, with multiple bullet wounds, was rushed to the hospital, but she was declared brought dead. Police say the 2 had gone to Tarantaran earlier in the day in connection with a court case. As they returned home, they walked into a trap. The assailants, unidentified at first, fled immediately after the attack. The area was swiftly cordoned off, but no arrests have been made yet. The murder has now taken a dramatic turn after 2 Haryana-based gangsters, Prabhu Doswal and Kushal Chaudhary, allegedly associated with the Bambiha gang, claimed responsibility in a viral social media post. In a post, they claimed Karanveer was their primary target. They accused him of running Jaggu Bhagwanpuria's operations, managing fugitives, handling weapons and circulating gang money. The chilling message calls this an act of revenge for the murder of their associate Gori Baryar. They also warn that if any of their men are wrongfully killed in future, there will be a heavy price to pay. The investigations are underway. Police have yet to officially verify the gang's involvement or confirm the authenticity of the viral claims. What is clear that the streets of Punjab remain a battlefield in growing shadow war between rival gangs. The crosshairs now move swiftly and the attacks have gotten personal.
Moving on, RSS General Secretary Dattatreya Hospale has reignited a fierce debate by questioning the legitimacy of the words socialist and secular in the preamble. He stated that they were added during the emergency via the 42nd Amendment in 1976 when Parliament, the judiciary and the rights were suppressed. He argued that ever since these terms went in Ambedkar's original draft, their inclusion warrants public review. Now, the move has triggered a sharp backlash from the Congress party, with their denouncing it as a deliberate assault on the Constitution. Congress pointed out that the Supreme Court reaffirmed in November 2024 that the secularism is part of the basic structure of the Constitution. Here's the statement that the RSS General Secretary had to make that sparked a huge debate on this.
ऐसे करने वाले लोगों के आज संविधान को प्रति लेकर घूम रहे हैं, तो उनको बताना पड़ेगा भाई, आज तक आपने इसके बारे में हिंदुस्तान के लोगों के सामने क्षमा नहीं मांगी, माफी नहीं मांगी है। मांगना पड़ेगा उनको। आपने पूर्वजों ने किया तो पूर्वजों के नाम से माफी मांगी, हमको क्या।
इस आपातकाल के दौरान भारत के संविधान के प्रस्तावना में, प्रियम्बल में 2 शब्द जुड़े गए हैं। लोगों को मालूम है सेक्युलरिज्म और सोशलिज्म के, वो प्रस्तावना में नहीं थे, पहले प्रियम्बल में नहीं थे। उन 2 शब्दों को जोड़ा है, तो क्या वो रहनी चाहिए प्रस्तावना में? ये विचार होना चाहिए, क्योंकि मैं जानता हूं संविधान के निर्माता डॉक्टर बाबा साहेब अम्बेडकर जी के नाम जिस भवन पर है, उसमें मैं खड़े होकर बता रहा हूं, ये बाबा साहेब अम्बेडकर ने जो संविधान बनाया था उस के प्रस्तावना में ये 2 शब्द नहीं थे।
आपने 1 लाख से अधिक लोगों को जेल में डाला, 250 से अधिक पत्रकारों को उनको जेल में रखा, मौलिक अधिकारों का आपने हनन किया, 60 लाख भारत के लोगों को उनके स्टेरिलाइजेशन करने के लिए उनको मजबूर करके किया। इसी दिल्ली में क्या हुआ हम सब जानते हैं। जुडिशरी की स्वतंत्रता को आपने समाप्त कर दिए।
And moving on to the final story that we're tracking in this edition of 6 Stories at 6, lakhs of devotees have gathered in the holy city of Puri for the grand Rath Yatra of Lord Jagannath. The deities Lord Jagannath and Subhadra are taken out in a majestic procession through the streets. The air is filled with chants, drums and devotion as chariots roll forward. A divine spectacle unfolds as the faith meets tradition in this ancient celebration. Let's take you through the spirit of the Rath Yatra that was witnessed across the nation today.
TMC link emerges to Kolkata gang rape. 9-year-old killed in bomb attacks by TMC goons. Complete state of anarchy in Mamta's Bengal, debating tonight at 8 p.m.
I'm also just 20 years old. At a young age, I climbed Mount Everest. That is also very something great, I can say. So if I can do, why not you?
अब छोलिया हो या लोबिया, सफेद चने या काले चने,
सब कुछ मजेदार बने।
Axiom Mission 4, welcome aboard the International Space Station. Pilot Shubhanshu Shukla is the next one to come across, representing ISRO. It is his first space flight for Peggy Whitson, her return to the International Space Station on her fifth flight, second as a member of Axiom Space. Great big hugs and handshakes across all members of Expedition 73 and Axiom Mission 4's Anne McLean and Nicole Ayers of NASA, along with Johnny Kim, Kirill Peskov, Sergei Ryzhikov, and Alexei Zabritsky of Roscosmos, and Takuya Onishi, commander of Expedition 73 and of JAXA, with handshakes and hugs for Peggy Whitson, Shubhanshu Shukla, Sławomir Uznański-Wisniewski, and Tibor Kapu. And with their arrival to the International Space Station, that now makes 288 visitors to the orbiting laboratory.
Has officially entered the International Space Station, ladies and gentlemen. A moment. Well done, Ships! Well done, Ships! Well done, Ships! Well done, Ships! Well done, Ships!
Thank you, all the press people, all the family members, most importantly, well done. Congratulations all.
बड़ी खुशी की बात है कि इंडियन सबको लेके गया ऊपर पायलट
नाम है कि अमेरिका के फ्लोरिडा से गए ले गए शुभांशु
भारत के लेके आएंगे। बहुत बहुत गर्व महसूस होता है।
बिल्कुल, हम लोग यही कह रहे थे कि ऑफ कोर्स ये एक म्यूचुअल कोलैबोरेशन है और बहुत सारे लोगों का एफर्ट है, नॉट ओनली दीज फोर, बहुत सारे बैक स्टेज एम्प्लॉय होते हैं जिनका भी एफर्ट होता है, बट हम उनको यही बोले थे कि वो पायलट हैं तो वो उन तीनों लोगों को लेके जा रहे हैं। एक इंडियन जो है वो बहुत फॉरेनर्स को लेके स्पेस में जा रहा है, विच इज़ अ बिग थिंग।
तो बहुत ही महत्वपूर्ण भूमिका, बहुत
ज़्यादा ऑफ कोर्स, और यही प्राउड फीलिंग हमारे अंदर है कि ये मौका बहुत मुश्किलों से मिलता है।
पहले से हैं पायलट, पहले से हैं और इसरो में जो है एस्ट्रोनॉट बनाए इसीलिए गए थे कि वो पायलट की भूमिका अदा करेंगे, और चूंकि मिशन के पायलट हैं तो उनकी पूरी जिम्मेदारी थी कि इस मिशन को जो है सही सलामत ले जाएं और उसकी डॉकिंग सही करें और उसको वापस सही लाएं, ये उनकी जिम्मेदारी है, उनका जो कार्य है।
Top RSS leader stokes constitutional debate on preamble. Should words socialist and secular be removed? Should India revert to the original preamble? debating tonight at 9 p.m.
This week on Get Me Right, why the art of the deal does not work for Trump's people relationships. The revolving door that the Trump White House is. Already 4 senior members of his team, including Elon Musk, are out. The number stood at 41 in his first term. Also, with repeated claims being made by Trump of mediating between India and Pakistan, we dissect the historical failures of American attempts at mediating between the 2 South Asian neighbors. And finally, how corporate India and the Modi government are coming together to checkmate Chinese economic coercion. This Saturday and Sunday, join me only on Republic TV.
आधे बाउल दही में 4 चम्मच MDH चटनी पुदीना मसाला डाला, स्टर करो, पुदीना चटनी तैयार। MDH चटनी पुदीना मसाला।
Hi, this is Chef Ranveer Brar. Guarantee you brilliance on behalf of IAHM.
विमल में गुलिस्तां की ये कुछ लजीज फरिश्ते जब साथ घुले तो जी ललचाए और दिल कहे कि स्वाद की इस जुबान में खुद को ऐसा डुबाऊं कि निकल ना पाऊं। विमल की जुबान कुछ है ही ऐसी, मानते हैं ना? विमल, बोलो जुबान केसरी।
We're here with you.
Evakuasi korban, sebaiknya kita berdoa agar semuanya hilang.
Ayo Bang Oto, SAR gabungan.
SAR gabungan. Sukses.
Masuk, masuk. Masuk. Siapkan tutup pintu. Masuk. Masuk, masuk, masuk. Anggota depan, anggota depan.
Posisi terakhir, masih terlihat.
Belum masih sini. Ya. Ya, belum masih sini. Ya. Ya, belum masih sini. Belum masih sini. Ya.
Karena kan kita turunnya sampai sana malam, jadi mau tidak mau harus kita tunggu gitu. Ya kita tunggu, paginya baru kita packing, baru kita evakuasi.
Berapa jam dari titik
jam 8 sampai jam 2 itu berapa jam ya? 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 6 jam. 6 jam. Dan cepatlah kita, alhamdulillah.
Selanjutnya dilakukan pemeriksaan terhadap korban dan tidak ditemukan adanya tanda-tanda kehidupan.
Hi there, welcome to the 6:30 p.m. live and breaking. The RSS, Rashtriya Swayamsevak Sangh, has stoked an old debate again. The occasion is 50th year of imposition of emergency by the Indira Gandhi government in 1975, and RSS number 2, Dattatreya Hosbale, asking why should we still continue to live with socialist and secular in the Constitution of India. The debate is because the original Constitution of Baba Sahib Ambedkar considered those words and decided not to include. That's the debate and our focus this prime time. Let's begin with the headlines. Three accused arrested in connection with a gang rape of law student inside college campus in Kolkata. All three accused sent to police custody till July 1. BJP workers detained amid protests over Kolkata rape case. Showdown over alleged TMC workers' involvement.
भारत के संविधान के प्रस्तावना में प्रियम्बल में दो शब्द जुड़े गए हैं. लोगों को मालूम है सेक्युलरिज्म और सोशलिज्म के. वो प्रस्तावना में नहीं थे, पहले प्रियम्बल में नहीं थे. उन दो शब्दों को जोड़ा है. तो क्या वो रहनी चाहिए प्रस्तावना में? ये विचार होना चाहिए.
RSS seeks removal of a socialist secular from preamble, demands Congress to apologize for emergency imposed 50 years ago. Film body urges government to halt Border 2 movie shoot over Diljit Dosanjh controversy. External Affairs Minister S. Jaishankar speaks to his Iranian counterpart, appreciates Iran's support during India's Operation Sindhu. All right, let's begin with a big positive breaking news development coming in on India's economy. The country has recorded a strong current account surplus of $13.5 billion and more in the March quarter. That's nearly 3 times higher than what it was in the same period last year. According to the RBI, this surplus, which reflects India earning more from exports and services than it spends on imports, now stands at 1.3% of the GDP, indicating a healthier trade balance and stronger foreign inflows. A positive development on the economy front coming in. We'll have a reporter live from our... we have Pranav live, in fact, from our digital newsroom, from the business desk. Pranav, definitely something to cheer about on the economy front.
Yes, absolutely, Abhishek. In fact, we've been hearing the term current account deficit. So for a change, it's a good thing to hear current account surplus. As you rightly said, it's a 1.3% of the GDP that has been recorded for the first quarter, and it has been attributed to strong exports in the sectors of IT, travel, and other related sectors. So yes, definitely external numbers look good, though there could be some element of weakness in internal or domestic demand, because of which there could be current account surplus. But yes, overall, it's a positive sign for the economy.
Right. Thank you, Pranav, with that update. And we move on to the next breaking coming in. And on this also, it seems the foreign policy doing fine. The British F-35B fighter jet that's been grounded at the Thiruvananthapuram airport due to a technical snag for more than a week now. The United Kingdom has accepted India's offer to assist them with repairs at the airport's MRO facility, the maintenance facility. The British engineering teams that are present there, and some more would arrive soon with specialized equipment, are going to now get Indian engineering support. The UK has thanked Indian authorities for this, and for more, let's go to Ashwin. He's joining us live from Thiruvananthapuram. Let's look at some details on the UK's F-35B fighter jet that's grounded at the Thiruvananthapuram airport, the Royal Air Force fighter jet. We have Ashwin live joining us from Thiruvananthapuram, in fact, and Ashwin, it's been more than a week. Some British teams must be already there. What's the issue like? Why so long before they can find out what the technical snag and fix it?
Now the British High Commission has given an official statement stating that a team will be coming down to make the repairs, and they've also confirmed that the repair will be done and it will be moved to a hangar only after the team will arrive in Thiruvananthapuram airport. They have given appreciation to the Indian authorities as well as the airport authorities for the support that has been rendered. This flight, which was around 100 nautical miles away from the Arabian Sea, it was participating in a joint naval exercise, and then it developed a hydraulic issue. But ever since that, the flight took an emergency landing on June 14th night in Thiruvananthapuram airport, the civil airport. Since then, it has been here. There has been many issues which was raised. But the flight was not allowed to be taken into a hangar, and it was also reported that the UK didn't want the flight to be moved out of sight or behind any hangar. But now it has become a confirmation, given the confirmation that the flight will be moved to a hangar only after the repair team will come. We have also got information which states that a 30-member repair team will come all the way from Manila in the Philippines, and they are all set to come. The MEA is working to ensure, the immigration department is also working to ensure that all the processes are in place before they arrive. And what is also understood is that the flight will be moved to the hangar after the team arrives in Thiruvananthapuram airport. And it has also been confirmed that repair will be done. The particular F-35 will not be airlifted. It will be repaired from here and then taken back to the HMS, the aircraft, the Prince of Wales, which is still there in the Arabian Sea. Back to the studio.
All right, thank you, Ashwin, with those details. Obviously, the fighter jet of the Royal Air Force needs some fix, and it's been a while, so Indian assistance now coming in for help. All right, back to the story under focus, which is the Kolkata gang rape case. Street protests have erupted after lawlessness yet again hitting Bengal, and while 3 people have been arrested, the fact that even while in custody, they continue to issue threats to the survivor and her next of kin, her family, is something which is being picked up by the protesters. In fact, protests have broken out and outrage on the streets of Kolkata, there with the National Commission for Women also taking suo motu cognizance of the incident, even as opposition BJP has slammed the Mamata government. Let's first listen to Shukanto Majumdar of the BJP, then we come back with a reporter live on the ground.
लॉ एंड ऑर्डर सिचुएशन तो इससे ही पता चल सकता है कि बार बार एजुकेशन इंस्टीट्यूशन के अंदर लड़कियों के साथ इस तरीके की घटना घट रही है। पहले आरजीकर के मामले में इस तरीके की घटना घटी, आरजीकर के अंदर वो भी एक छात्रा थी, उनके साथ बलात्कार हुआ और मर्डर हुआ, और यहाँ पे भी एक छात्रा के साथ बलात्कार की एलिगेशन आया है, जिसमें जो लोग पकड़े गए हैं उसमें जो मूल एक्यूज्ड है वो टीएमसी के एकदम बड़े नेता है, तृणमूल छात्र परिषद के बड़े नेता है, ऐसा जानकारी मिल रहा है।
टीएमसी के सारे बड़े नेता अरेस्ट हो चुके हैं, मतलब जितने सारे लोग अरेस्ट हुए हैं सारे के सारे टीएमसी के लीडर है।
देखिए, सारे के सारे तो मालूम नहीं, लेकिन जो मुख्य अभियुक्त है यानी मेन एक्यूज्ड है, उस मेन एक्यूज के साथ तो तृणमूल छात्र परिषद की पूरी तरीके से संपृक्तता दिख रही है, और बहुत सारे नेताओं के साथ, विधायक के साथ, चंद्रिमा भट्टाचार्य का साथ, सबके साथ फोटो है उनकी। अगर पश्चिम बंगाल की जो वुमेन एंड चाइल्ड डेवलपमेंट मिनिस्टर चंद्रिमा भट्टाचार्य है और बाकी जो मिनिस्टर है, और चंद्रिमा भट्टाचार्य भी एक मिनिस्टर है, चाइल्ड डेवलपमेंट मिनिस्टर के साथ भी फोटो आया है, ऐसा मुझे जानकारी मिल रहा है। देखना पड़ेगा कि किसके साथ फोटो है, किसके साथ फोटो नहीं है, और तृणमूल कांग्रेस कितना इन्वॉल्व है इसमें।
ममता बनर्जी पश्चिम बंगाल के मुख्यमंत्री है और साथ ही साथ वो पुलिस मंत्री भी है, और ममता बनर्जी के पुलिस के तरफ से ये भी कहा गया था आरजीकर के घटना के बाद कि सारे कैंपस में, सारे एजुकेशनल कैंपस में सिक्योरिटी को स्टेप अप किया जाएगा। तो आखिर स्टेप अप हुआ क्या? देख ही सकते हैं कितना स्टेप अप हुआ है। यहाँ पे तो जो मतलब जिसको चाहिए सुरक्षा देने का, एक छात्र नेता का काम क्या होता है कि एक एनवायरमेंट अच्छी बनी रहे वहां पे, लेकिन तृणमूल कांग्रेस ने हर जगह में जो एक स्टूडेंट्स हैं उसको स्टूडेंट लीडर बना के रखा है और उनको रिलीज दे के रखा है। एक स्टूडेंट्स कॉलेज कैंपस के अंदर आ सकते हैं कैसे? नहीं, पश्चिम बंगाल में आ सकते हैं, कहीं पे दूसरी जगह पे आपको नहीं मिलेगा। पश्चिम बंगाल में अलाउ किया जाता है, और इनको
लीज दिया हुआ है कि एक एक इलाके में एक एक कॉलेज का, और वहां से वो पैसा इनकम करते हैं, एडमिशन को लेके इनकम करते हैं। महिलाओं के साथ इस तरीके की घटना ही घटाती है, वो इस तरह की घटना होती है बार बार। इसके लिए
एक ही कारण है, हम लोग देख रहे हैं कलकत्ता में आरजीगढ़ से लेके साउथ कलकत्ता लॉ कॉलेज, जहां छात्राओं कोई भी सुनिश्चित नहीं है। हम लोग देखे हैं लॉ कॉलेज में 25 तारीख को रात में किस तरीके से एक छात्रा को रेप किया गया है। इसी के प्रोटेस्ट हम लोग कर रहे हैं, और साथ ही साथ जो अभियुक्त है उन लोगों को से कड़ी सजा देना होगा। यही मांग है आज के इस मेल का।
ये घटना आप लोग सोशल मीडिया या प्रिंट मीडिया में देखे होंगे कि पिछले 25 तारीख को शाम 7:30 से 8:50 का एक घटना है कि एक स्टूडेंट्स के ऊपर मतलब सामूहिक बलात्कार किया गया है। इसके खिलाफ हम लोग AIDSO छात्र संगठन, युवा संगठन AIDYO एवं महिला संगठन AIMSS के ओर से हम लोग यहाँ विरोध दिखा रहे हैं। उसी के साथ मांग कर रहे हैं कि इस घटना के संग जितने दोषी जुड़े हुए हैं उन लोगों को, अभी भी पता चला है कि 3 लोगों को गिरफ्तार किया गया है, और भी इसका तदंत किया जाए, देखा जाए इसमें और कौन कौन जुड़े हुए हैं, उनको गिरफ्तार करके कड़ी से कड़ी सजा की हम लोग मांग कर रहे हैं।
All right, pulling out of Kolkata onto Bihar, where in a development connected with the upcoming elections, Tejasvi Yadav has slammed the special revision of the state's voter list, a step that was announced by the Election Commission just yesterday. He claims the move is aimed at removing poor voters just 2 months ahead of elections. He also alleges the process is rushed, the document demands are unfair, and accuses Nitish Kumar of being scared of the poor's vote. Let's listen to Tejasvi Yadav.
ये फिर से फ्रेश वोटर लिस्ट ये जो है बनाएंगे केवल मात्र 25 दिनों के अंदर। ये पूरी तरीके से साजिश है, और जब आखिरी बार ये हुआ था तो लगभग 2 साल लगे थे इस प्रक्रिया को पूरा करने में, तो ये 25 दिन में कैसे प्रक्रिया पूरी कर लेंगे? ये साजिश की बू है। ये नीतीश जी को डर हुआ, भाजपा को डर हुआ कि ये चुनाव हार रहे हैं, तो गरीब, पिछड़ों, दलितों, बहुसंख्यकों का वोट काटो, अल्पसंख्यकों का वोट काटो, और जो है साजिश के तहत चुनाव जीतो। अभी वोट का अधिकार, वोटिंग का राइट छीनेंगे, बाद में पेंशन छीनेंगे, उसके बाद में राशन छीनेंगे।
Okay, another breaking news from Bihar to Punjab, where Punjab Police Special Operations Cell in Mohali has dismantled the Pakistan ISI-backed terror module linked to the Babbar Khalsa International. It's a proscribed terror organization. 3 people, 2 adults and 1 juvenile, were arrested in Amritsar in connection with this case. Authorities have recovered 2 hand grenades, a Glock pistol, and ammunition. Punjab DGP Gaurav Yadav has said the group operating under UK and Pakistan-based handlers was planning to target police establishments, among other places. Investigations are ongoing under the new BNSS Act, Bharatiya Nyay Sanhita and Explosives Act. In fact, Gursimran joins us live on this for more on this. Gursimran, that seems like the Babbar Khalsa International is alive and kicking. What was the conspiracy that's been busted?
See, Abhishek, it is with the help of the Pakistani intelligence ISI that the Babbar Khalsa International was planning to carry out the multiple terror attacks in Punjab. It was simply the way they have been doing in the past. That is the lone wolf attack. They were planning that those handlers based in the United Kingdom and the Pakistan, they with the help of Harvinder Singh Rinda and others, they will try to radicalize youth, and after radicalizing them on the name of religion or on the name of money, they will use them to throw the grenades at the police stations. Like we have seen what has happened in the Sarhali police station when the attack was carried out on the behest of the Pakistani terror group. So, and similar is the case here as well. But now the arrest has been made, and the 2 HE-36, the high explosive 36 quality grenades along with the Glock pistol have been recovered. So the target was the police stations as well as the targeted killings which the Pakistani intelligence agency ISI is doing on the behest of the Khalistani terror groups that are based in UK, based in America, America but are trying to disrupt peace in Punjab and other parts of the country. But this module has been busted with the arrests that have been made by the Punjab police, and now the forward and backward linkages are being worked upon by the SSOC Amritsar so that they can get into the backward linkages, that what is the entire module that is being operated from across the border using the locals by radicalizing them against the Punjab and also the Punjab police in specific that is working against these elements.
Right, Gursimran, clearly a case of a major crackdown now on these separatist elements in Punjab, including proscribed terror organizations like the Babbar Khalsa International. On that note, from Punjab to Karnataka, where a heartbreaking incident was reported early in the morning. It has caused shockwaves across the country. 5 tigers, among them a mother and 4 cubs, have died in Karnataka's wildlife sanctuary in a suspected case of poisoning. Further investigations are underway. Here are the details.
In a heartbreaking incident, 5 tigers, a mother and 4 cubs were found dead in Karnataka's wildlife sanctuary. The tigers were found in the MM Hills Wildlife Sanctuary's Hugyam range. They are suspected to have been poisoned. The forest officials have said that the tigress had reportedly killed a cow few days back. And then the carcass was allegedly laced with poison, which might have led to the death of the tigers after they fed on it. Karnataka Forest Minister has issued orders for a high-level inquiry. A post-mortem of the tigers have been ordered as he called the deaths unnatural. Karnataka Forest Minister assured criminal cases against forest officials will be filed if negligence is discovered.
ಪ್ರಾಥಮಿಕ ವರದಿಯಂತೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ಹುಲಿಗಳು ಅಸಹಜವಾಗಿ ಸಾವನ್ನು ಅಪ್ಪಿದ್ದಾವೆ. ರಾಷ್ಟ್ರೀಯ ಹುಲಿ ಸಂರಕ್ಷಣಾ ಪ್ರಾಧಿಕಾರ ಶಿಷ್ಟಾಚಾರದ ಪ್ರಕಾರ ಮರಣೋತ್ತರ ಪರೀಕ್ಷೆ ನಡೆಸಲಾಗುವುದು. ಈ ಒಂದು ಹೃದಯ ವೃದ್ಧಾವಕ ಘಟನೆ ಏನಾಗಿದೆ ಅದರಿಂದ ಅತ್ಯಂತ ಆಘಾತವಾಗಿದೆ. ಎಲ್ಲ ವನ್ಯಜೀವಿಧಾಮಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಗಸ್ತು ಬಲಪಡಿಸುವುದು ಮತ್ತು ಜಾಗೃತ ದಳ ತಂಡಕ್ಕೆ ಹೆಚ್ಚು ಪರಿಣಾಮಕಾರಿಯಾಗಿ ಕಾರ್ಯನಿರ್ವಹಿಸಲು ನಾನು ಸೂಚನೆಯನ್ನು ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದೇನೆ.
With 563 tigers, Karnataka has the country's second largest population for tigers. This incident comes as a major blow as the tigers are classified endangered species.
Today is the day of Jagannath Yatra, when Lord Jagannath, accompanied with cousins Lord Balbhadra and goddess Subhadra, come out and meet their devotees on the streets during the Yatra. Take a look at those pictures coming in from Puri Jagannath.
The annual Rath Yatra celebrations at Puri's iconic Jagannath temple have begun. A sea of devotees has gathered outside the sacred shrine in Odisha to witness the grand spectacle. Waves of pilgrims are pouring in to be a part of the sacred chariot procession. The chariot carries Lord Jagannath along with his siblings Lord Balabhadra and goddess Subhadra. As the spiritual fervor builds, authorities have put in place robust security measures to ensure the safety of all the devotees.
Some culture and spirituality there. Moving on to Punjab now. Gang wars continue to grip the state. In the latest incident reported from Batala, a long-standing rivalry between 2 gangs escalated, resulting in the murder of a gangster's mother and a close aide. Take a look.
A chilling CCTV video has now emerged from Punjab's Batala. Captured on a street surveillance camera, 2 bike-borne assailants are seen pulling up alongside a vehicle and opening indiscriminate fire. In just seconds, the attackers unleash a deadly hail of bullets before fleeing the scene. The brutal attack leaves no time to escape, a cold, calculated hit executed by military precision. The victims, Harjeet Kaur, mother of jailed gangster Jaggu Bhagwan Puria, and Karanveer, his close aide, were returning home when they were ambushed. And the trigger was a long-standing gang rivalry that once again spilled blood on the streets. Karanveer, the son of an assistant sub-inspector, died on the spot. Harjeet Kaur, with multiple bullet wounds, was rushed to the hospital, but she was declared brought dead. Police say the two had gone to Tarantaran earlier in the day in connection with a court case. As they returned home, they walked into a trap. The assailants, unidentified at first, fled immediately after the attack. The area was swiftly cordoned off, but no arrests have been made yet. The murder has now taken a dramatic turn after two Haryana-based gangsters, Prabhu Doswal and Kushal Chaudhary, allegedly associated with the Bambiha gang, claimed responsibility in a viral social media post. In a post, they claim Karanveer was their primary target. They accused him of running Jaggu Bhagwan Puria's operations, managing fugitives, handling weapons and circulating gang money. The chilling message calls this an act of revenge for the murder of their associate Gori Baryar. They also warn that if any of their men are wrongfully killed in future, there will be a heavy price to pay. The investigations are underway. Police have yet to officially verify the gang's involvement or confirm the authenticity of the viral claims. What is clear that the streets of Punjab remain a battlefield in growing shadow war between rival gangs. The crosshairs now move swiftly and the attacks have gotten personal.
All right, another breaking news development. On the sports front, Ramesh Babu Pragananda has reached a historic milestone by becoming the #1 ranked Indian chess player in live ratings. He achieved this milestone by defeating Uzbekistan's Nodirbek Abdussatorov with black pieces in the final round of the Uz Chess Cup Masters. That happened just yesterday. Prague, as he's called, jumps to world #4 after this win in Uzbekistan, but clearly a development that is going to make India happy and proud. Himanshu joins us live from the digital newsroom. Himanshu, obviously Ramesh Pragananda there making a point and riding up the rankings.
Yeah, with this win, he has added around 112 points in live ratings, and his now total score is 2778.3, and that makes him India's world #1. Abhishek, also apart from this, he is now world #4 ranked player. So indeed an amazing moment for Indian chess. We had Vishwanathan Anand who was world #1 at one point of time, and since then, like now 2 players, it's been a gap of around 10 years that Anand has left the scene, left the arena. So 2 Indian chess players now competing for world #1 will soon probably, we are waiting to see that day when India now has 2 world #1 and world #2 in chess. Now it's a huge competition going on between D. Gukesh and R. Pragananda. So let's see who actually wins this, but amazing times for Indian chess.
Absolutely. India #1, world #4, and very soon world #1 and 2 also. Thank you so much, Himanshu, with those details. And with this, we come to an end of this 6:30 p.m. live and breaking. Of course, short break on the other side. This is exclusive.
Amity has been ranked amongst the top 3% universities globally, a testimony to Amity's globally benchmarked quality.
दादी के हाथों का जादू और खुशबू से महकता घर, माँ की मुस्कुराहट और खाने की सुगंध। MDH गरम मसाला,
क्योंकि हर रिश्ता है स्वाद से जुड़ा।
We're here with you.
Evakuasi korban, sebaiknya kita berdoa agar semuanya hilang. Ayo Bang Oto, SAR gabungan.
SAR gabungan. Sukses. Masuk. Masuk. Siapkan tutup pintu. Masuk. Masuk. Anggota depan, anggota depan.
Posisi terakhir, sudah terlihat.
Belum masuk sini. Ya. Ya, belum masuk sini. Ya. Ya, No. Belum masuk sini. Belum masuk sini. Ya. Ya, karena kan kita turunnya sampai sana malam, jadi mau tidak mau harus kita tunggu gitu. Ya kita tunggu, paginya baru kita packing, baru kita evakuasi.
Berapa jam dari titik
jam 8 sampai jam 2 itu berapa jam ya? 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 6 jam. Dan cepatlah kita, alhamdulillah.
Selanjutnya dilakukan pemeriksaan terhadap korban dan tidak ditemukan adanya tanda-tanda kehidupan.
Amity has been ranked amongst the top 3% universities globally, a testimony to Amity's globally benchmarked quality.
MDH की हल्दी मिर्ची धनिया करे कमाल, ये रंग दे, ये खुशबू दे, ये तीखा, ये कम पड़े, क्या निराला MDH मसाला।
विमल में गुलिस्तां के ये कुछ लजीज फरिश्ते जब साथ घुलें तो जी लग जाए और दिल कहे कि स्वाद की जुबान में खुद को ऐसे डुबाऊं कि निकल ना पाऊं। विमल की जुबान कुछ है ही ऐसी, मानते हैं? विमल, बोलो जुबान कैसी?
We are here to demand justice for our Mashujas. 64 Kenyans were killed last year in cold blood. Up to this point in time, not a single officer has been held to account. So we are here to demand justice. Justice in terms of compensation, justice in terms of arrest of those officers who are involved, justice in terms of police reforms, because too many Kenyans are losing their lives in the hands of the police. So we want justice for everyone so that we can move forward as a country.
You have seen people have gathered here because of this specific day to say Ruto anthem because of his governance is very bad, very terrible. People are being abducted, people are being killed. We just want to say we are fed up as the youth. Majority are the youth. The police have started using force and it's very bad at this rate. We don't want him anymore.
Asia's largest news headquarters, setting the agenda for Bharat. You're watching Republic.
Thank you for joining us on This Is Exclusive. Ladies and gentlemen, 10 months after the RG car rape and murder, people in Kolkata are out on the streets again. There are protests over another rape case. That of a law student, that too on campus. Students, ex-students, political activists, political links are coming out. We have details on the show. Here are the headlines. Law college after RG car, another rape case, another professional being raped on campus in Kolkata. Republic accesses the complaint copy of the rape survivor. She says one of the accused was the unofficial TMC student wing former head. Anger grows against singer Diljit Dosanjh. Veterans calling out the move to allow Diljit's film to be shot at the NDA. The controversy is getting bigger, but the filmmakers are digging in their heels. Explosive details on the PFI SDPI files out as the NIA gives out more details of a 2022 murder and how the PFI is still operating via the SDPI. Pictures from Kolkata this evening, ladies and gentlemen, reminding us of what happened at the RG car exactly 10 months ago when the entire country erupted, fought for Abaya. And as we speak, those protests have begun once again. People are out on the streets questioning the government in West Bengal because it's not just another case of rape, it's a case of rape on campus, like it happened at RG car. It's another case of rape where there is a political link that is emerging, and the rape survivor herself in a letter has claimed this political link. The BJP is also putting out pictures of the alleged rapist and his political links. Here's the story so far.
The street of West Bengal's capital is reeling with anger. A 24-year-old female law student was gang raped on the college campus, allegedly by 3 students on the night of June 25th. According to police, the survivor had gone to fill up an examination form and was called into the student union room. She was later taken to the guard room by one of the accused, where 2 others were already present. Kolkata police has arrested all 3 accused: 31-year-old Manojit Mishra, a former student and affiliated with the TMCP, and 2 other current students. The National Commission for Women has taken suo motu cognizance of the case and demanded an urgent time-bound probe. The incident has set off a political firestorm.
लॉ एंड ऑर्डर सिचुएशन तो इससे ही पता चल सकता है कि बार बार एजुकेशन इंस्टीट्यूशन के अंदर लड़कियों के साथ इस तरीके की घटना घट रही है पहले आरजीकर के मामले में इस तरीके की घटना घटी। आरजीकर के अंदर वो भी एक छात्रा थी, उनके साथ बलात्कार हुआ और मर्डर हुआ, और यहाँ पे भी एक छात्रा के साथ बलात्कार की एलिगेशन आया है, जिसमें जो लोग पकड़े गए हैं उसमें जो मूल एक्यूज्ड है वो टीएमसी के एकदम बड़े नेता है, तृणमूल छात्र परिषद के बड़े नेता है, ऐसा जानकारी मिल रहा है।
The BJP has claimed that the accused associated with TMCP is being shielded by the top command. This incident comes less than a year after the horrific rape and murder of RG Kar Medical College, one that shook the country to its core. Another young woman brutalized inside what should have been a place of learning.
जो अभियुक्त है उन लोगों को से कड़ी सजा देना होगा, यही मांग है आज के इस मिसाइल का।
इस घटना के संग जितने दोषी जुड़े हुए हैं उन लोगों को अभी भी पता चला है कि 3 लोगों को गिरफ्तार किया गया है, और भी इसका तदंत किया जाए, देखा जाए इसमें और कौन कौन जुड़े हुए हैं, उनको गिरफ्तार करके कड़ी से कड़ी सजा की हम लोग मांग कर रहे हैं।
And not a strong word or action from the government. For how long will Bengal's daughter fall prey to those escaping the law?
And we're getting in some breaking news updates. I've accessed the complaint copy of the rape survivor, in which there are many questions, in fact, that I have when I look at this complaint letter, because the names seem to have been erased and replaced with letters. And Kishale is joining me on this breaking news update. Explosive details. The student claims she was asked to prove her loyalty. The rape survivor claims she was asked to prove her loyalty to this gang, including a political leader, a student political leader. Kishale, I have the details, I have the complaint copy. She says she was asked to prove her loyalty. A few minutes later was locked up in a room, and all 3 of them were inside the room and then taken once again to the guard's room, and then she was allegedly raped. Now, all of this has been documented in a complaint letter, Kishale. About the political link, I have the picture that was tweeted also by the BJP. Shuvendu has tweeted the picture where one of the accused, they say, is in this picture with Abhishek Banerjee, claiming that he's politically linked. Kishale.
Well, exactly. This shocking incident, horrific incident happened right inside this college behind me. I'll show you this college behind me. This is South Calcutta Law College, and this is in Koshba area of Kolkata. Now, Niranjan, I'll try to show you the exact room where this horrific incident happened, and then we can talk about how this whole incident unfolded. And I'll try to show you right now. My video journalist is showing how the Kolkata police officials, including the forensic officials and the detective department, is standing in front of the room where the incident happened, the horrific gang rape happened. You can see that door. The door is open. The collapsible is open. Inside that door, this girl was called in. If you can zoom towards that door, zoom in towards that door, and inside this room, this girl was called. She was first called around 12 in the union room, and later on she was brought here in the guards room. This is the guards room, and then she was gang raped inside. Now, the person who is main accused, his name is Monojit Mishro. He is a TMCP leader. And behind me, if we go about 2 feet, about 10 feet forward, there is a wall. It's dark now, I cannot show you the wall, but there is a wall on which it's very clearly written, "We love Monojit." So, and also TMCP is written in the same wall. There's a graffiti. So, Niranjan, the graffiti proves very clearly that though this student was passed out, he passed out from this college on the year 2021, he was coming here every day, controlling the daily affairs of this college. He was the unofficial TMCP head of this college, allegedly, and he had a gang. He had a gang about 10-12 people, and 2 of them were with him when this gang rape was happening. He was committing this crime, horrific crime. And this girl was first called around 12 p.m. in the day, and she was asked that prove your loyalty towards our gang or otherwise you will face consequence. Now, this event dragged I showed you the room, the door. Inside that room she was taken, and I'm very sad to say this, that hours together she was tortured. And it was evening 7 or 7:30 p.m. or around 8 p.m. that this incident happened inside that room. The gang rape happened around late evening. So since 12 p.m. in the morning till late evening 7:30, 8 p.m. she was tortured, gang raped allegedly, and all this happened right here in a very important area of Kolkata, which is called Koshba, right inside this college. This TMCP leader has been very close to senior leaders like Abhishek Banerjee, allegedly, according to the BJP, because we have pictures of those. We have selfies of this TMCP leader with Chandrima Bhattacharya, who is a minister in the TMCP government of West Bengal, and we have pictures of him with Abhishek Banerjee and other leaders. So the clear question is, what was this security guards, what was the TMCP union, and what was the police doing when this horrific incident was happening? Because I'll try to show you, here's a traffic jam though, but if you go about 100 feet away straight in this way, the Koshba police station is very close by. It's just right here. Where was the police? What was happening here? Why couldn't they come and do anything about it? Why they had to take action and start the investigation 2 days after the rape? It happened on Wednesday. Today is Friday. The police is here today. They have sealed the area today. Are questions that the people of West Bengal are asking, and now we see that they're erupting in protest all across the state, and we have seen people, the cadres or the party supporters across party line, including Congress, BJP and the left parties, have been on the streets protesting against this horrific crime that happened here, and TMCP is directly linked. That is the allegation of the BJP. Back to the studio, Niranjan.
Okay, I quickly want to show the letter that I have right now. We've accessed that letter. Quickly, if I can put that letter on screen, just taking you through some of what the survivor has written in this particular letter. I'm reading it from the screen. Now, these are excerpts from the letter. She says, one of the alleged rapists, she writes in the letter that he was the unofficial head of the TMCP unit of the college. TMCP is the TMC, Trinamool Congress Student Wing. She says he is unofficially the head of the TMC unit. And she says he gave a proposal for marriage, which she then denied. She rejected his overture. And then she goes on to detail what happened. In fact, what is very strange is that it appears that some of the names have been erased and replaced with letters carefully. PMJ. Very, very carefully they have done that. And if you're wondering what the names are, from the details accessed by Republic TV, the names are accused number 1, Manojit Mishra, who's an ex-student and the current General Secretary of South Kolkata district of the TMCP, student wing of the Trinamool Congress, also contractual staff at the college. Accused number 2, Zaib Ahmed. Accused number 3, Pramit Mukherjee, who's also currently a student. Keeping a close watch on this story, let's move on now. The Diljit Dosanjh controversy is getting bigger. On this is exclusive. We have some more details coming in. Now, sources are saying, and this confirms that the filmmakers are in no mood to drop Diljit Dosanjh. A source confirming that the news about replacement may not be true. Diljit is part of Border 2 and that they have already shot 50% of the movie with him, claiming that the announcement about his casting was made almost 9 months back. I have Rakshita with me on this breaking news update. It appears the filmmakers are in no mood to drop Diljit despite the anger, the outrage. Rakshita, the protests, they're not moved.
We just see that what are the priorities as far as these production houses are concerned. The priorities of the Bollywood, the people from Bollywood is, because that was very clear what we saw earlier as well. There have been time and again attacks from Pakistan. We've seen the backlash Karan Johar faced after the Uri attack for casting Fawad Khan. We saw what happened after Pulwama also. But I think that these Bollywood directors or producers think that public memory is short, and we will invest crores and we we won't let go of the crores. In this case also we see, despite the backlash, despite what has happened in Pahalgam and Diljit Dosanjh facing this boycott call, they say that 50% of the shooting has been done with Diljit, and they are not ready to let go of it. It's not even that they have completed the entire shoot. So 50% has been shot. Of course, crores of money would have been paid, and that has not been completed. That is something that they don't want to let go of. There was a name floating around of Ami Virk. He's a popular, a Punjabi actor, and names were coming in that he might be replacing Diljit Dosanjh. But now what we understand that they all are denying, and there's nothing of that sort. Diljit Dosanjh is who they will continue with, despite the backlash, despite Diljit Dosanjh even being not even showing any remorse. We see that he continues to release that movie in Pakistan about Sardarji 3 that we are witnessing. It's an overseas release that is happening today, and of course he's also involved in the profit sharing, and he does not want to let go of that, despite the reputation that is taking a dent, that it's hurting the sentiments of so many people and our brave hearts. And now this letter about not letting that the FWICE has said that requesting Amit Shah and Rajnath Singh, the defense minister, to not allow him to shoot in the for NDA, that is the center, National Center for Defense Training. That of course is also something that there is no word coming in on, and despite that, Diljit Dosanjh continues with his promotions, continues with releasing his Sardarji 3 movie, and the production house concerned as far as this movie Border 2 is concerned. And Border 2, remember, it's a patriotic movie. The Border 1 is something that everybody has watched across the length and breadth of the country. It talks about the valor, the sacrifices of our brave hearts, and Border 2 is on the similar lines. Sunny Deol, people are, fans are also, apart from the film bodies, appealing to him that he should disassociate himself with this film or boycott Diljit Dosanjh. But there's no word from Sunny Deol either, who has been the face of the Border 1 movie, the first edition of the Border series. So this is, of course, there is pin drop silence, there's radio silence from the producers and from the directors as well, and we understand from our sources that they will go ahead with Diljit Dosanjh.
Okay, thank you for that. The controversy is getting bigger. Okay, finally, Republic TV has accessed a petition. It's in fact an order in which the NIA has made some startling revelations. Now the PFI may be banned, but in this petition, details of which are with Republic TV, the PFI's real agenda. They've in fact named the SDPI. The SDPI is active in India. The SDPI is contesting elections in India. And what is controversial is that the NIA claims PFI wanted SDPI to be undisputed representative of Muslims. PFI wanted SDPI to sideline all other Muslim organizations, wanted to eliminate those who went against the interest of PFI. The SDPI is taking that agenda forward. And let me tell you, I have the full details of the petition with me right now. Let me give you a little bit about, they have said, and the PFI may be banned many years ago. Why is it critical today? Because the SDPI is functional today. The SDPI is contesting elections today. The SDPI is in alliance with the Congress party today. The SDPI, now this is what the NIA says in court. So it's not an old story. It's a document in front of the court today. The PFI wanted SDPI to be the undisputed representative of Muslims. These are from investigations, documents that they have recovered, saying that they wanted SDPI to sideline all other Muslim organizations. And I have some more details. Let's put that out. They wanted to eliminate those who went against the interest of PFI. This was specifically in the case of a murder of a Hindu man in 2022 in Kerala, when these details came out. Now, Ashwin is joining me. Let me tell you a little bit more about what they have said in this document, how they hunted down. There was a reporter's wing of the PFI. And this is for the first time that these details are coming out. A reporter's wing of the PFI. If I can pull that out, I'll go across to Ashwin and pull that out in just a few seconds. They say that the SDPI wanted they had a long-term plan to topple Indian democracy. These are details that were known, that they have wanted to convert India into an Islamic nation by the year 2047. These are details that are already known, but have now been documented. Ashwin is joining me with the details. Ashwin, what do we know about this reporter's wing? Does it still operate now? What is alarming is that SDPI is active. SDPI is contesting elections. and SDPI is still in alliance with the Congress party. So you can't rubbish all of this when it's still in the mainstream. They're in fact in the mainstream more today in Kerala and Karnataka.
Absolutely, Niranjan, absolutely. Because if you remember, when there was one exclusive story which Republic had broken, when a reporter's wing was hinted, when there was a raid in Kollam, one person who was a fruit seller was caught, and we had done an extensive story on that. And now that story, we had said this particular person was in fact the reporter's wing. He was collecting information of private individuals who are part of who are Hindus primarily, and they also were collecting the movements, who are the neighbors who will come to rescue him if he's been attacked and all that. Now, Niranjan, when we look into this story, now whatever we have done 2 years ago, it corroborates the entire thing. NIA has very categorically stated that there are in fact 3 wings of the way PFI is working. And one is the reporter's wing, then is an arms and training wing, and then there is another wing called as a hit list, which takes care of the hit list. Now, 950 people have been so far been stated by the NIA in its petition who has been listed in this particular hit list. They also named very interestingly that the SDPI is being used to alienate the community together. Now, Niranjan, I just want to bring your attention to one of a very interesting update regarding this. Recently, there was a Nilambur bypoll. SDPI candidate had won 2,360 seats. This is coming 2 years after, 1.5 years after the SDPI, the PFI ban. But the election before that, Niranjan, the SDPI had got 3,800 votes, which essentially means the entire voting after the PFI ban has come to 36% less. This conclusively proves, Niranjan, that the PFI was working with the SDPI to create this kind of a division within the community itself. And this has been proved also, and the NIA has given this petition, which certainly is very shocking. 950 people have been put in the hit list, and certainly that is something which is worrying, very worrying as well.
Thank you for joining us with those inputs. That's all the time we had on This Is Exclusive this evening. Finally, I'm ending with this one new revelation that's come in of the reporters wing. The PFI, which is a banned organization, had a reporters wing that acted as a quasi-intelligence unit, connected all the data of Hindu leaders, of anybody who they felt was against the PFI or the SDPI, and then their arms wing was deployed to eliminate them. That's how so many Hindu activists were hacked to death, murdered in the last few years and decades in Kerala especially. That's all the time we had on This Is Exclusive. Thanks for watching. Co-powered by Century Ply Club Prime. Raho befikar.
इसको घर पे लगाओगे तो शादी का तो पता नहीं, पर घर पक्का नहीं टूटेगा।
रुंगटा नहीं तो घर स्ट्रॉन्ग नहीं। रुंगटा स्टील TMT बार एकदम सॉलिड।
पहाड़ों में एक हाइकिंग स्टिक भी बन सकती है।
ये है सीक्रेट रेसिपी MDH का जीरा सिप जल जीरा मसाला। सिप जीरा सिप MDH का जल जीरा सिप MDH का जल जीरा सिप।
Hi, this is Chef Ranveer Brar. Guarantee you brilliance on behalf of IIHM.
MDH की देगी मिर्च,
देगी मिर्च का तड़का, अंग अंग फड़का।
MDH की देगी मिर्च।
We're here with you.
Evakuasi korban, sebaiknya kita berdoa agar semuanya hilang.
Ayo Bang Oto, SAR gabungan. SAR gabungan. Sukses. Masuk. Masuk. Siapkan tutup pintu. Masuk. Masuk. Anggota depan.
Posisi terakhir, kalau sudah terlihat.
Belum masih sini. Ya. Belum masih sini. Ya. Karena kan kita turunnya sampai sana malam, jadi mau tidak mau harus kita tunggu gitu. Ya kita tunggu, paginya baru kita packing, baru kita evakuasi.
Berapa jam dari titik
jam 8 sampai jam 2 itu berapa jam ya? 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 6 jam. 6 jam. Cepatlah kita, alhamdulillah.
Selanjutnya dilakukan pemeriksaan terhadap korban dan tidak ditemukan adanya tanda-tanda kehidupan.
Co-powered by Century Ply Club Prime. रहो बेफिक्र।
MDH की देगी मिर्च,
देगी मिर्च का तड़का, अंग अंग फड़का।
MDH की देगी मिर्च।
विमल में गुलिस्तां के ये कुछ लजीज फरिश्ते जब साथ घुलें तो जी ललचाए और दिल कहे कि स्वाद की जुबान में खुद को ऐसे डुबाऊं कि निकल ना पाऊं। विमल की जुबान कुछ है ही ऐसी, मानते हैं? विमल, बोलो जुबान कैसी?
अब छोलिया हो या लोबिया, सफेद चने या काले चने,
सब कुछ मजेदार बने।
Axiom Mission 4, welcome aboard the International Space Station. Pilot Shubhanshu Shukla is the next one to come across, representing ISRO. It is his first space flight for Peggy Whitson, her return to the International Space Station on her 5th flight, second as a member of Axiom Space. Great big hugs and handshakes across all members of Expedition 73 and Axiom Mission 4's Anne McLean and Nicole Ayers of NASA, along with Johnny Kim, Kirill Peskov, Sergei Ryzhikov, and Alexei Zabritsky of Roscosmos, and Takuya Onishi, commander of Expedition 73 and of JAXA, with handshakes and hugs for Peggy Whitson, Shubhanshu Shukla, Sławomir Uznański-Wisniewski, and Tibor Kapu. And with their arrival to the International Space Station, that now makes 288 visitors to the orbiting laboratory.
Has officially entered the International Space Station, ladies and gentlemen. A moment. Well done, Stokes. Well done, Stokes. Well done, Stokes. Well done, Stokes. Well done, Stokes.
Thank you, all the press people, all the family members, most importantly, well done. Congratulations all.
बड़ी खुशी की बात है कि इंडियन सबको लेके गया ऊपर। पायलट
नाम है कि अमेरिका के फ्लोरिडा से गए, ले गए शुभांशु
भारत के लेके आएंगे। अच्छा लगता है? बहुत बहुत गर्व महसूस होता है। बिल्कुल हम लोग यही कह रहे थे कि ऑफ कोर्स ये एक म्यूचुअल कोलैबोरेशन है और बहुत सारे लोगों का एफर्ट है, नॉट ओनली दीज 4, बहुत सारे बैक स्टेज एम्प्लॉय होते हैं जिनका भी एफर्ट होता है, बट हम उनको यही बोले थे कि वो पायलट हैं तो वो उन तीनों लोगों को लेके जा रहे हैं। एक इंडियन जो है वो बहुत फॉरनर्स को लेके स्पेस में जा रहा है, विच इज़ अ बिग थिंग।
तो बहुत ही महत्वपूर्ण भूमिका,
बहुत ज़्यादा ऑफ कोर्स, और यही प्राउड फीलिंग हमारे अंदर है कि ये मौका बहुत मुश्किलों से मिलता है।
पहले से हैं, पायलट पहले से हैं और इसरो में जो है एस्ट्रोनॉट बनाए इसीलिए गए थे कि वो पायलट की भूमिका अदा करेंगे, और चूँकि मिशन के पायलट हैं तो उनकी पूरी जिम्मेदारी थी कि इस मिशन को जो है सही सलामत ले जाएं और उसकी डॉकिंग सही करें और उसको वापस सही लाएं, ये उनकी जिम्मेदारी है, उनका जो कार्य है।
From your smartphones to your smart televisions, trending stories are breaking the internet. There's an outrage both online and offline over Diljit Dosanjh, and by the looks of it, it is far from over. We also have a good news for you. Indian chess prodigy R. Pragnanandan has become India's #1 classical chess player in the live ratings. And meanwhile, an AI-generated image of a burqa-clad Statue of Liberty has gone viral on social media. We will tell you why. And back home in India, the Rath Yatra has started and the visuals are absolutely stunning. We'll get you all that. And meanwhile, there seems to be a bit of a teenage power play between French president and the Turkish president. We'll get you the exact moment that has left the internet chattering. We have this and much more in this power-packed edition of Trending. I'm Akanksha Khajuria. Let's get started. Well, heat is mounting on actor Diljit Dosanjh as not just Sardar G3 movie, but his yet-to-be film movie Border 2 is also facing a backlash, both online and offline. In the latest development, Federation of Western India Cine employees urged Amit Shah and Rajnath Singh to withdraw Border 2 filming permission at the National Defence Academy in Pune. The actor is currently working on a sequel to Border, also starring Sunny Deol and Varun Dhawan in the lead roles. The upcoming film was granted permission to shoot at the National Defence Academy in Pune, but now a letter has been written to the Union Minister to withdraw this permission. Have a look. In fact, the decision of Indian actor and singer to continue working with Pakistani actress Hania Aamir in Sardar G3 has left netizens fuming. The fans are calling Diljit a fraud and a Pakistani sympathizer. In fact, they have made it clear that country comes first. In fact, ladies and gentlemen, the fan backlash comes against the backdrop of Diljit Dosanjh working with Pakistani actress Hania Aamir. Mind you, viewers, this is the same Hania Aamir who called India's Operation Sindoor cowardly and shameful post the dastardly Pahalgam attack. I'm joined by Ashok Pandit, who joins us on this story. Thank you so much for speaking to Republic TV. There's both backlash online and offline over not just Sardar G3, but now also Border 2. What are your demands? Am I audible to you, sir? All right, so let us tell you what Hania Aamir had posted on social media. She had stated that I don't fancy words right now. I have anger, pain and heavy heart. A child is gone, families are shattered, and for what? This is not how you protect anyone. This is cruelty. This is shameful and cowardly is what she had stated after Operation Sindoor. In fact, let me go across to Ashok Pandit, who continues to be live with us. As I was asking you, there's backlash, both online and offline, not just for Sardar G3, but now also for Border 2 movie. How do you see this and what are your demands?
You see, Federation of Western India Cine employees have been right from day one demanding this man ouster from the projects which he has signed in this country of ours. Been a continuous waiter of our country. Not a single word when Pahalgam attack happened. Not a single word against his heroine Hania Aamir statements against our country, against our security forces. So his intentions have been always under doubt. He's an American citizen. He has been always in forefront and of things which are not good for our country. So what we have decided now is that we have written letters to T-Series. We have written letters to Imtiaz Ali, who have signed them till date, to remove him from the film, because we have issued a non-cooperation against Diljit Dosanjh, where no technicians, no workers will work in any film where he is there in that film. In fact, you will be really happy to know that we have written a letter to Home Ministry, we have written a letter to Defense Ministry, we have written letters to the Prime Minister asking his cancellation of permission to shoot in NDA, National Defense Academy. Border 2 is having a schedule there. So we feel that he is an internal security threat to our country for not talking in favor of our country. And therefore, his going to NDA can create a lot of security issues. So he should not be allowed to shoot there. So permission to cancel at NDA should be cancelled immediately. It should be taken seriously. And I'm sure that the government of India will look into it and see to it that we should not suffer because of his presence there. He can be an informer or anything for that matter. So we are very clear about it. We are very sure about it that anybody who is taken Diljit in his film and is not listening to request of FWIC, Federation of Western India Senior Employees, which is the mother body of nearly 36 crafts, he will have to pay for it. The shooting cannot happen anywhere in the country. In fact, anywhere in the world, because the federation is in contact with all the film bodies all over the world.
Absolutely. So on one hand, you were saying that he's a security threat to the country. On the other hand, he recently spoke out and said that I'm just doing my job. Thank you for that perspective. Thank you so much, Ashok Pandit, for speaking to Republic TV.
Thank you.
Now shifting our focus, and here's a good news for you. Indian chess prodigy R. Pragnananda has just bagged the 2025 UZ Chess Cup, marking a career milestone as he rises to become India's #1 classical chess player in the live ratings. In a stunning display of brilliance, he defeated Uzbekistan in round 9, ultimately trying for first place alongside two other Uzbek players as well. So this is a big victory, not just for him, but also for all the Indians. Let me now go across to, in fact, my colleague will join me in just some time, but this is a big victory as far as chess is concerned, a big victory as far as our Pragnananda is concerned. He has risen up to the top. Let me go across to Rakshita, who joins us live from the newsroom with Pragnananda's coach, RB Ramesh. Rakshita, over to you.
Well, it's of course good news coming in, and this is a new era of chess that we are witnessing in India for the past 2 years at least. We see Pragnananda, from Pragnananda to Gukesh. We've seen all these youngsters making headlines and doing India proud on the global platform, in world map. And now we have Mr. Ramesh RB, Dronacharya Awardee, and has been associated as coach of our Pragnananda for more than a decade now. Thank you so much. It's a pleasure talking to you once again on such an occasion when Pragnananda has done us all proud. Ramesh sir, how do you see this? Because he has now become #1 in live rankings as far as India is concerned, and world #1 and world #4, in the live rankings. He's also overtaking Gukesh right now. So how's the feeling?
Yeah, it really feels great. There's been an amazing transformation for Prag this year in 2025. He had a kind of a normal year in 2024 where his rating did not change much from January to December. So we tried to make some changes in his style, his approach to the game, make him play a bit more aggressively, and this change has brought in great results. Prag has already won 3 major tournaments this year, and also tied for first in another tournament and finished second. So this has been an amazing year, and it's really happy to see that he has become India #1 for the first time in his life. And we hope this will lead to becoming world number one as well in the near future.
Absolutely, this is career best, right now, the ratings. And as you mentioned that you made some changes that I want to focus on because, he's been a prodigy and we've seen him defeating, Magnus Carlsen and Ding Liren and whatnot. But 2024, we did not see a lot of trophies coming in. But yes, as you mentioned, this year we've seen 3 super tournaments. There was this talk about how he's unable somewhere cross the finish line, and get those trophies. So what changes did he really make in his game, on the mental front or, somewhere in his coaching, in his moves?
Yeah, so one is he was practically playing a lot of tournaments last year, and we did not get much time to discuss the issues where we need to make changes and so on. But towards the end of the year, around November, December, we got some free time together, and then we discussed in depth what was going on and what are the changes we need to make in his game and approach, and also in the composition of the team we had. So we have brought in a couple of young players to help in our preparation, and that has also really worked wonders. Prag is playing more aggressively now. He believes in himself and is taking a lot of risk. And also in crucial moments, he is able to come back with victories after defeats, which was not happening earlier. So now even in the tournament which he just now won, Uzbekistan, he lost 2 games and it looked very tough, but he came back with back-to-back wins against his major compatriots like Arjun Ergaisi and Nodirbek Abdusataro. These 2 are extremely strong young players and his main contenders, and beating them both back-to-back and winning the tournament is amazing performance, I would say.
He overtakes Gukesh also, and we've seen Gukesh making us proud just recently, how he defeated Carlsen, and we've seen, Gukesh also, and Arjun Ergaisi, we've seen even in our women players. But we talk about, the competition around these young boys. How do you see, how healthy is it, and what's really pushing, for this new sort of revolution in Indian chess, sir?
I think if you see the time frame of these 3 players, they are all between 19 to 21 years of age. Both Gukesh and Prag are 19 years old, and Arjun just turned 20, I believe, 2021. So they are all very young, and these 3 players have really put India at the top of world rankings. In fact, among the top 6 players in the world, these 3 have taken 3 positions. So we have 3 players in top 6 in the world. And also among the juniors, India is doing extremely well. In the top 4, we have 3 players. So there is a surge in the performance, especially from the young players, mainly due to the initiative and the healthy rivalry between the 3 players, Gukesh, Prag and Arjun Ergaisi. And every time one of the players come up with a big performance, it does not pull the other players down, rather it enthusiasms them, and they are redoubling their efforts and trying to do even better than the other 2. So this is very healthy for India in the long run. So I think next 10 to 15 years, these 3 will keep our flag flying high.
Absolutely, they indeed are, and we are so proud of our new young players, the young guns, and this new era of chess. Thank you so much, Mr. Ramesh Harbi, for joining us on Republic TV. Back to you in the studios, Akanksha.
Absolutely, Rakshasa, thanks a lot for that exciting conversation with the coach. Now let's show you the top trending stories of the day. French president tried to flex his diplomatic muscles again, but this time he got spun like a Beyblade by the Turkish president. At a recent summit in Albania, Macron approached for the handshake, clearly aiming to assert some sort of dominance. But the president there wasn't having it, and with a swift counter move, the Turkish leader showed who's the boss, leaving Macron's hand twisting in the wind. And let's not forget, in May, in fact earlier this year, when Macron's finger was literally spinned by Erdogan in a power play that made waves online, seems like Turkish president not too fond of the French president's attempt to overtake him, and it does not look like he's willing to stand up for this one either. In a shocking turn of events, a tornado touched down in Florida and it did not hold back. The powerful storm tore through the area with force, lifting a house right off its foundation. The images are nothing short of jaw-dropping as the house was left completely upended, with debris scattered everywhere. Shifting our focus to Japan, a black bear was spotted trotting across the runway. Yes, you heard that right, a bear on a runway. The furry trespasser caused quite a scene, skipping around with no regard for air traffic control whatsoever. Authorities swiftly grounded flights and cordoned off the airport for the day, sending passengers and crew into unexpected layover. An Indigo flight passenger was caught stealing a life jacket from the plane. He was confronted by another fellow passenger. He was asked to open his backpack, and there it was, a yellow life jacket inside his backpack. Here's it. Take a look. In a bizarre twist, just hours before his trip to Ratlam for a skill development conclave, Madhya Pradesh Chief Minister Mohan Yadav's fleet ran into trouble. Literally, 19 vehicles broke down after being filled with diesel mixed with water at a private fuel station. The unexpected mechanical mishap forced authorities to tow the entire fleet away. Now, it seems like birds built a home for themselves inside one of the wings of an Air India flight. A video of his Instagram page showed ground personnel removing what appears to be a tiny twig used by birds to build their nest from the aircraft wing of the Bangkok-bound flight from Mumbai. This caused the flight to be delayed, and all the passengers were reportedly deboarded from the plane, and another aircraft was arranged for them. And fast and zippy, and exactly how they should be, ladies and gentlemen, here are the fast trends of the country. A torrential downpour swept through Paris, hiding one of the city's most iconic landmarks, the Eiffel Tower, behind a curtain of rain and mist. Locals and tourists alike were left staring at an empty skyline, wondering where the Iron Lady had gone. The US Pentagon has just released official test footage of its GBU-57 bomber buster bombs in action, and these are the same bombs, remember, that were used in the strike on Iran's nuclear facility, a claim still wrapped in controversy. Now, adding fuel to the fire, the official White House Instagram account reposted the footage with not so diplomatic caption. It read, and we quote, "Pentagon drops bomb tapes, Iran's nukes obliterated." Strong words or a strong PR play? Have a look. And Italian Prime Minister Giorgia Meloni has gone viral, and not for what she said, but for how she reacted. At the NATO summit, Meloni was caught on camera making some very animated facial expression during the interview. Her eye roll and raised eyebrow have split the internet, with some calling it relatable, others calling it undiplomatic. In a heart-stopping moment at Louisiana intersection, a 18-wheeler slammed into electrical worker, leaving bystander in complete shock. Against all the odds, the workers emerged with nothing more than scrapes and some bruises, an outcome that has left many questioning the odds of fate. A viral video has captured a truly unexpected courtroom cameo. A man attending a Gujarat High Court hearing via video conference stayed from his toilet. Now, in this clip that you can see on the screen, the man identified himself as Samad Battery on Zoom and was seen wearing earphones while perched on the toilet seat. The 1-minute video shows him placing his mobile phone on the floor and going about his business in the way courtroom etiquette usually advises against. The iconic annual Rath Yatra festivities as Puri Jagannath Temple are currently underway. In all its spiritual splendor, we'll be showing you those amazing, phenomenal visuals that have come in throughout the day as far as this Yatra is concerned. A sea of devotees have gathered outside the temple to witness the grand procession of the chariot carrying Lord Jagannath along with his siblings Long Balabhadra and Goddess Subhadra. And waves of pilgrims are pouring in to be part of this sacred procession. The pulling of chariots have commenced as far as this Rath Yatra is concerned. Look at those phenomenal visuals on your screen. And on your screen, the massive crowd that's turned out for the century-old festival, and among them, RSS volunteers leading a hand to help manage the sea of devotees. They have seen coordinating with the authorities, easing congestion there on the roads, and even clearing path for the ambulance to pass through the densely packed throngs.
Co-powered by Century Ply Club Prime. रहो बेफिक्र।
आधे बाउल दही में 4 चम्मच MDH चटनी पुदीना मसाला डाला, स्टर करो, पुदीना चटनी तैयार। MDH चटनी पुदीना मसाला।
पैसा लगाना है तो सेंचुरी प्लाई क्लब प्राइम पे लगाओ। डूबेगा नहीं, जलेगा भी नहीं, कोई खा नहीं जाएगा, धोखा नहीं देगा, ऊपर नीचे भी नहीं होगा, सेफ रहेगा, सिक्योर्ड में मिनिमम 30 साल का रिटर्न देगा। अब इससे बेटर इन्वेस्टमेंट है तो बताओ। सेंचुरी प्लाई क्लब प्राइम, रहो बेफिक्र।
MDH की देगी मिर्च,
देगी मिर्च का तड़का, अंग अंग फड़का।
MDH की देगी मिर्च।
Co-powered by Century Ply Club Prime. रहो बेफिक्र।
We are here to demand justice for our Mashujas. 64 Kenyans were killed last year in cold blood. Up to this point in time, not a single officer has been held to account. So we are here to demand justice. Justice in terms of compensation, justice in terms of arrest of those officers who are involved, justice in terms of police reforms, because too many Kenyans are losing their lives in the hands of the police. So we want justice for everyone so that we can move forward as a country.
You have seen people have gathered here because of this specific day to say Ruto anthem because of his governance is very bad, very terrible. People are being abducted, people are being killed. We just want to say we are fed up as the youth. Majority are the youth. The police have started using force and it's very bad at this rate. We don't want him anymore.
Three accused arrested in connection with the gang rape of law student inside campus in Kolkata, all sent to police custody till July 1. Among the three accused, a local leader of the Trinamool Congress has also been arrested. NCW steps in, seeks swift probe into Kolkata college students' gang rape case. And 5 tigers, among them a mother and 4 cubs, killed in Karnataka's wildlife sanctuary in a suspected poisoning case. Co-powered by Century Ply, Club Prime, Raho Befikar.
Amity has been ranked amongst the top 3% universities globally, a testimony to Amity's globally benchmarked quality.
ये है सीक्रेट रेसिपी MDH का जीरा सिप जल जीरा मसाला। सिप सिप जीरा सिप MDH का जल और जीरा सिप MDH का जल जीरा सिप।
Hi, this is Chef Ranveer Brar. Guarantee you brilliance on behalf of IAHM.
विमल में गुलिस्तान की ये कुछ लजीज फरिश्ते जब साथ घुले तो जी ललचाए और दिल कहे कि स्वाद की इस जुबान में खुद को ऐसा डुबाऊं कि निकल ना पाऊं। विमल की जुबान कुछ है ही ऐसी, मानते हैं ना? विमल, बोलो जुबान केसरी।
MDH की हल्दी मिर्ची धनिया करे कमाल, ये रंग दे, ये खुशबू दे, ये तीखा, ये कम पड़े, क्या निराला MDH मसाला।
Co-powered by Century Ply, Club Prime, Raho Befikar.
We are here to demand justice for our Mashujaz. 64 Kenyans were killed last year in cold blood. Up to this point in time, not a single officer has been held to account. So we are here to demand justice. Justice in terms of compensation, justice in terms of arrest of those officers who are involved, justice in terms of police reforms, because too many Kenyans are losing their lives in the hands of the police. So we want justice for everyone so that we can move forward as a country.
You have seen people have gathered here because of this specific day to say Ruto anthem because of his governance is very bad, very terrible.
समय हम 7.5 किलोमीटर प्रति सेकंड की रफ्तार से पृथ्वी के चारों तरफ घूम रहे हैं।
enjoying the views, enjoying the entire experience, learning like a baby.
मेरे कंधे पे मेरे साथ मेरा तिरंगा है। जय हिंद, जय भारत।
Two technologies.
Endless possibilities.
Grand Vitara Strong Hybrid. All grip select driven by tech.
Nexa.
From the Republic Media Network headquarters, it's time for Arnab Goswami on the debate. Arnab Goswami on the debate.
On the show tonight, complete anarchy in Mamta's West Bengal. Absolutely no accountability from the Mamta Abhishek Banerjee government. Two recent cases that no other channel has picked up are my agenda stories this evening, because for far too long those with muscle power have evaded the law. At 9 o'clock tonight, the biggest debate on the Constitution and the so-called validity of the word secularism. After